Welcome back. We're gonna finish up the introduction really quick. So she stated at the very beginning that this book is for changing your relationship with other people, which will change your relationship with yourself. She stated that many of us, or all of us, we spend way too much time and energy managing and worrying about other people, how they're gonna react, what their opinion is on something you're doing in your life, what they're gonna say back to you. Like, it can be easy to get absorbed in that kind of thinking, like, oh, if I say the right thing, I'll please this person, or if I say the wrong thing, like, they're not gonna like me or anything like that. And I think that's something all of us have struggled with at some point, and I think it's something that's you have to work at constantly every day to be better at. I think it's always going to be a struggle, even for the ones who are better at not worrying about it. We're all going to have moments in our life where we're like, I care a little bit too much about what they think, what they feel, whatever. So the purpose of this book is to help us let them think what they want to think and go on about our day and not obsess over it. She says we're going to learn how to stop giving our power away and start creating a life where you come first, your dreams, your goals, and happiness, instead of worrying about what other people think about those things first. You just have to think, okay, well, what do I want? What is the life I want? Don't even factor into the equation what other people are going to think about what you want in your life. So learn to stop giving your power away to others and give that power to yourself. That's what I got from that. And the last thing she says in the introduction is, you'll realize as you read this book how you've tied your happiness to other people's behavior, opinions, and feelings. And this can really suck the energy out of you if you struggle with the emotional intellect of getting so wrapped up in what other people feel and say, because then it's just going to make you dwell on everything. You cannot tie your happiness or even any emotion to other people. That will never lead to a content, happy life. Those are the end of my notes for the introduction, and so I wanted to reflect on what this made me think, and I would love if you guys comment and let me know how this introduction has made you guys feel, and I want to know your thoughts about everything she said before we dive into chapter 1. So for me, a little reflection, and I would love to include these reflections in each segment video so that you guys can take something from how I processed it, and I want to know how you guys processed it so we can all kind of come together and learn even more from this book by learning from each other. So for me, years and years and years, like really almost my whole life, I was a people pleaser. I just was so afraid to disappoint somebody, and if someone didn't really agree with what I said or a choice that I made, it would eat me alive, and it would just drag me down into this like depressive state. And within the last year, I've really grown the strength to just be like, okay, I'm not gonna walk over people, but I'm also gonna finally put myself first, instead of just saying yes to others and instead of like doing what my soul needs. And it's been really freeing. Like I've learned to set my boundaries, and I guess you could say I learned how to stop giving my power to other people. So that's what I've felt from this introduction, and I'm really excited to learn how to be even better at letting them think what they want to think. And I will literally say this in my brain or out loud sometimes. So often now I'm like, oh, let them. Like, let her think that, let him say that. Because if you're gonna spend your precious energy just worrying about like, well, they thought this about me and blah, blah, blah. Like, you just have to let it go, because you're here for yourself at the end of the day, and somebody is always going to have something to say about every single thing you do. So be a respectful person, don't step on people, but do what you need to do for yourself, and just be like, let them think that. Let them say that, because you know who you are at the end of the day, and that's really all that matters. So that is going to wrap up the first part of the book, the introduction. I'm going to post some questions in the video description, and I would love if y'all, took some time to reflect on the questions and comment your answers or what you think, how this is making you feel, if you're excited about this book. And also, it would be beautiful if we could all be vulnerable with each other, and I would love to know what you all want to get from this book and what you struggle with that you think this book can help you with. So tune into the next segment, which will be covering chapter 1. I hope y'all love this format, this style, and this new part of my channel. So let me know what y'all think. Leave a like, share this video if you want, anything. But that wraps up the introduction of the Let Them theory. I hope you guys are excited to dive into chapter 1 together. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.